Do you want to learn how to live healthier and better? Well, let's analyze Lifespan by David Sinclair. Hello, I am Juan Navarro. This is Advanced Quality Programs, and I invite you to explore the quality philosophies and concepts to apply them to our everyday life. In his book, Lifespan, David Sinclair argues that medicine focuses too much on treating the individual diseases instead of addressing aging itself. He describes this as the guacamole approach, where doctors cure one disease, but the patient succumbs to another. In this perspective, aging is the primary factor behind most of the diseases. Therefore, recategorizing aging as a disease would increase the funding for anti-aging research and drive innovation. Countries that adopt this perspective first will gain an advantage. Traditional aging theories blame DNA mutations and oxidative stress for chronic diseases, but scientists have largely disproven this as the main causes. Sinclair argues that aging results from the loss of information in our epigenome, which governs the gene expression. Over time, the accumulation of epigenetic noise disrupts cellular function, leading to aging. This theory suggests that restoring epigenetic information may slow or even reverse aging. Now, scientists have found special genes in many animals that seem to control how long and healthy they live. These genes work like a tiny repair team inside our body, keeping our cells working well, fixing the damage and controlling the inflammation. These repair teams need a special helper molecule called NAD, nucleotinamide adenine dinucleotide, to do their job. And this helper also gives the cells energy. Sadly, we lose NAD as we get older. And there's also a part of our cells that manages growth and repairs mTOR, like the construction foreman, and another part that checks if we are using energy efficiently, which helps everybody, so us included, to live longer. If we figure out exactly how these genes and NAD work together, we might find ways to help people live much longer and healthier lives. Now, biological stresses activate longevity genes. Certain lifestyle changes can trigger these genes. These changes include calorie restriction diets, which extends lifespan in different species, intermittent fasting, which enhances metabolic function and activate protective pathways, and cold exposure could also stimulate stress response mechanisms that promote cellular resilience. The key is to introduce just enough stress to activate all these beneficial processes without overloading our body. The book explains that several drugs and emerging technologies show promise in extending our lifespan and improving our health. For example, resveratrol, a compound found in red wine, activates the sirtuins. Metformin, for example, a diabetes drug, may have anti-aging effects by improving cellular energy balance. Gene therapy and AI-driven medicine could allow for precision treatments targeting aging at its core. Increasing lifespans could create economic and environmental challenge, but innovation and adaptation can address this concern. A longer living society may lead to shifts in retirement, healthcare, and resource management, requiring a proactive policy change. David Sinclair Lifespan book presents a compelling argument that aging is not an inevitable process, but a condition that could be slowed, managed, and if lucky, possibly reversed. By understanding longevity genes, adopting a lifestyle intervention that helps, and leveraging new medical progress, we can extend not only the lifespan, but also the health span, the number of years we live with good health. Isn't that motivating? Studies show that calorie restriction in animals, for example, extends their lifespan. Long-term calorie restriction may have benefits, but it is not a practical solution for most of the people. Periodic fasting, such as skipping meals or fasting for a few days, may provide similar benefits to calorie restrictions without long-term dieting. Reducing the amino acids from animal proteins can inhibit this mTOR protein, protecting our mitochondria and lowering the risk of heart disease, also cancer or other diseases. Frequent exercise is linked to longer telomeres, which also protect our DNA. High-intensity interval training appears to be a particular effective and activating survival mechanism and increase our oxygen circulation. Exposure to cold activates sirtuins, which stimulate brown fat production. Higher levels of brown fat are associated with lower risk of age-related diseases. Certain environmental and lifestyle factors damage our epigenome, accelerating aging. Smoking and passive smoking damage the epigenome, for example. Pollution, PCBs, plasmatic chemicals, solvents, and pesticides accelerate aging. Processed foods with sodium nitrite, such as beer, cured meats, or bacon, also contribute to aging. Radiation from X-rays, gamma rays, and UV light damages the epigenome. While complete avoidance of all those factors is impossible, minimizing the exposure to them can reduce the long-term damage. Existing compounds such as rapamycin, metmorphin, resveratrol, and NAD boosters show promise in our longevity research. Rapamycin is an immune-suppressing drug that extends the lifespan of mice, for example, by 9 to 14%. Metmorphin is a diabetes medication that links to increased lifespan and potential cancer protection. Resveratrol is a compound found in red wine and berries that improves our heart rate, health, and extends the life in animals and people. Even if medical progress extends humanity life by just a decade, the society impact would be profound. Longer lifespans could lead to overcrowding, environmental strain, increased consumption, and inequality, as the wealthiest would likely have first access to treatments. Political and economic structures such as social security and healthcare would require renovation. However, the increased longevity could also drive innovation and economic growth. Sinclair argues that eliminating age-related diseases could save trillions in healthcare costs, making longevity research one of the most cost-effective solutions to the global healthcare crisis. And as science advances, the pursuit of longer, healthier life is becoming a reality that will reshape society as we know it. So why are we analyzing this book in this podcast about quality philosophies? Well, the book focuses on, first, the vision of David Sinclair for the future of extending human lifespan by analyzing causes and effects that bring us to this vision in a plausible and feasible implementation approach. First step, I really like his explanation about moving away from traditional medicine of educated guesses and moving to the focus on metrics to take evidence-based decisions on patient health, focusing on keeping what working well for as long as we can, and moving away from what doesn't. Overall, it is a motivating book about having a longer and healthier quality of life, to enjoy that with our families, with our loved ones, and in a sense, it is 100% quality. What could be more important than that? And that's all for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to hit like. I would appreciate if you could share that with your friends, family, and people that you believe would make a good use of this information. I will appreciate all of your comments, and thanks to everybody that has acquired the books like Quality Projects or Principles of Quality and rated them on Amazon and Goodreads and Thalia and Barnes & Nobles. And before leaving, don't forget to hit the bell so that you get the notification of the next episode.